What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Daily Dinger here on a Friday. Feeling good to be back here with the videos. It's feeling good to be back with Major League Baseball after crushing the home run derby. We had the lasers locked in. If you didn't have a chance to get those in, you missed out. We had a plus 750, a plus 680 that we cashed, and it was just a fun night. The great derby that it was. It was phenomenal. But we got three guys, all 8 o'clock starts for Eastern time. 8 o'clock Eastern time starts for every single guy we have here. Plus, I have a new thing that we're going to put out today. So make sure you hang out all the way to the very end. We have something we're going to start doing because you've all kind of shared what you want out of these videos. Plus, make sure you give me your three guys. I want to know who your three people are that you're targeting, because I want to see how the community is doing. So go ahead and put in the comments below the three guys that you like. All right, let's get to mine here. And we're going to start off with a guy in Chicago, and that is Pete Crow-Armstrong, PCA at a plus 232. I'm looking at this. He's going against a guy, Bailey Ober, who is just giving it up right now. He's allowed 8 home runs over his last 4 starts. He struggled against the left-handed hitters, giving up 10 of the 13 that he's allowed in the season. Plus, PCA, he's crushing right-handed hitters, right-handed pitchers, getting 16 of the 21 bombs this season, all against the righty. The weather's phenomenal there in Chicago. I'm not too worried about there for the most part with all of the wildfires and everything coming in from Canada, but be careful in the Northeast because there could be that weather that you're affected by that. We're going to monitor that as we go throughout today, but also the weekend. But make sure you're looking at that before you just blindly look. Just make sure you're checking the weather. Plus, the walk here for PCA is plus 210. I don't understand why, because Bailey Ober does give up walks, but a plus 210 doesn't make sense. It must be because they think he's going to hit a bomb every time, which I do. But it's either PCA home run plus 232, a walk at plus 210. That's very similar here. So I don't understand what the reasoning for it is, but well, you know what? We'll take the value when we get it. All right, well, the other guy is Jackson Merrill for the San Diego Padres. This was a toughie, but he comes in at plus 520. And so because of that, I feel like there's great value here. He's going up against a guy in Seth Lugo who is throwing batting practice right now. He's also allowed 8 home runs over his last 4 starts. But I want to look for a lefty stick here. And it was either like, do I go Ty France? Do I go Gavin Sheets? I ended up choosing Jackson Merrill because he's been the guy in the lineup more often. He's also top of the order. So we have another chance to get another at bat out of him possibly. But it's all about the lefties. I'm looking at the lefties against Seth Lugo. He's struggling as of late, especially in July against lefties. So I like Jackson Merrill here at a plus 520. The weather there is great. Plus Merrill, he is 1 for 3 against Seth Lugo. But I looked at how he's faced him last season. And those 3 at-bats, he had hard hit registered every single time. One was a pop-up like 200, 300 feet. And then the other one was a single that ended up going like 250. Because of that, I think he's lifting the ball enough. Plus, I like the walk here at plus 238. Jackson Merrill doesn't do a ton. He did right before the All-Star break. But I think that a walk here at plus 238 is great value here. The home run is still at plus 520. All of that is looking good today. All right, well, before we get to our last guy, who is one of my favorites, an OG here, make sure you become an OG here with the memberships. You can be a part of the fam, or you can be baller status level. If you want to watch our live shows, great. But if you want to chat, be a part of the fam or baller status. That way you can chat, ask questions. As we get closer and closer to football, I promise you we're going to have some experts on. Plus us, we're there all the time. We can answer any questions you have. We'll dig into the research. All of that live on our show today, live 2 p.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss that show at all. All right, well, let's get to our last guy. And this is Yordan Alvarez at a plus 214. He's 3 for 7 against Dean Kremer. He also had 3 walks. We'll talk about that here in a second. But Kremer is struggling against lefties. He's had 9 home runs allowed in the 4 starts this season. Every pitcher today, 8 or more in the last 4 starts. That's why we're targeting them, because they're sucking right now. And we're targeting good hitters against them, especially against the side that they're struggling the most against. And that is the left side for Dean Kremer. So I had to target one of them. You can find and look for a guy in Taylor Trammell if you like. But I think that I like a guy Yordan, who's always in the lineup. He's going to be in the lineup again today at a plus 214. And the walk is minus 117. He's walking like crazy. And I think it picks right back up today. So those are our three guys: Yordan Alvarez, Jackson Merrill, and a PCA, all to get home runs and a walk. But I talked about our last thing. It was about doing your research. So I have listened to everybody, and you're saying, hey, we want more people. So I want to look in here and find some more guys. The two guys that I found, other than Ty France that I gave you, Gavin Sheets, Taylor Trammell, all in those same games that we targeted. We just picked the other player. Look at those. But the other two guys that we're looking at is Rafael Devers and Ben Rice. Not everybody makes the cut. We got a lot more, but these are people we're whittling down to the people that we like. Plus, Murakami is back. He scares me because of the injury, but that's the research. You do your own research. But here are the guys that we like, plus the three guys that we're going to roll with. But that's the research part of this thing that we're going to go with. We'll give you some extra guys at the very end that we like but didn't make the list. But that's all we got. Make sure you check out our live show today, 2 p.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss it. Me, Mark, Rob, we're all there. We're hanging out. We're talking some baseball today, as well as the FIFA, all of that. Today, right here, 2 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. See you there.